Voices of Experience is a self-help charity. It was set up by a group of women who'd experienced domestic abuse in our local area. The idea of it was that women would join together to support each other and to provide creative opportunities for people to express their thoughts and their feelings and their experiences. One big project that we did was to write a book. A group of about 10, 15 women between them, with a facilitator, called Beaten Down, Rising Up, Standing Tall. From the main story in that book, we've produced some illustrations in the form of several big wall hangings, and that we take around with us when we go and talk to different places. The project that we're talking about today is a project that we've called the Peer-to-Peer Support Group. It's actually an extension of the main piece of work that Voices trustees and volunteers have been doing ever since it's set up, which is to support individual women supporting other individual women and their children. This project came out of the fact that each individual woman found great support in talking to not just other women in a group setting, but talking and making friends with other women in the group as individuals. People found that they were getting support in their journey to recovery from another woman in the group. And the reason we went for the project is that people are supporting each other by inviting them round to their house, by meeting up in town and having a coffee. And that, whilst it doesn't sound expensive, if you're on a very low income, then actually finding the bus fare, or if you're not safe to be out on your own because of your ex-partner, the taxi fare, gets quite expensive. So the funding for this basically pays for women to support their fellow members. We've got money from Children in Need and from Give It Some, the Robbie Williams Fund, for the work with children. And we have money from Staffs County Council for work that we do with the women. And this particular project is funded by a joint pot between the County Council and the Health Authority.
I've not got any friends, I've not got any relatives around me, and sometimes I'm really stuck and I don't know what to do.
A lot of people are always very wary of maybe going to any of the services out there, and they've got their stuff that they say to you. They're only allowed to have a professional boundaries. Sometimes you feel like you're not getting anywhere, and if you don't turn up maybe a couple of times, they're not bothered whether you turn up or not.
A little thing that might be little to an ordinary person, to you who's in a stressful situation, is massive. And just somebody to sit with and just talk to, even if it's only on the phone, it can make a massive difference. We go out and support other women and children who've been through domestic violence and help them as they face contact or housing, and basically just be a friend who's been there and who's sort of got a rough idea of how they're feeling.
We hold events like children's parties for mums and their children, and we get over 100 women and children attending. We cook, we eat together, we do fun activities. The older children become peer mentors without realising it to the younger children.
I'll go to the house and see how they are, or sometimes I'll take them to the contact centre if they haven't got transport or they're too worried to drive. Often, they can't get an appointment with a professional, and they just want to offload to people and have a cry. Speaking to a friendly face who knows sort of what they're going through helps them on the way.
We started off as a self-help group, if you like, but that self-help has developed into a very strong support social network within this local community. So it's filling a big gap, basically. It's about networking and genuine, honest, non-judgmental friendship.
When we first needed help and you didn't really have any friends, it was lovely to have somebody that's there for you and genuinely there for you.
They organised a workshop which I was so inspired with, that motivated me to join Voice of Experience, and since then it's been in fact I'm so grateful and so honoured to be part of them.
You could speak to them if you were feeling a bit down or you needed any advice or needed anything like that. And from that you sort of just got confidence in yourself as a human being and in your abilities to help support others.
It's really given me a lot of self-confidence and a passion to want to help other women that, you know, have been in the same situation as myself.
Thanks to the group, it's really changed life for me. It's helped me think that I'm not the only person with a bad past, and lets me know that I have people to talk to whenever I've got a problem.
I do a lot more stuff myself. I'm more independent, and you learn more about yourself. And and because you're doing it for yourself, I know people use the word empower, but you do feel empowered. And when you start seeing that, even by speaking to somebody and asking how they are, that is actually supporting somebody, and you see the difference because they're actually delighted that you're interested in them. So you don't need, I think, especially for your mental health as well. You know, you don't need to go along and just talk while somebody listens. You're getting people who are, you know, interacting with you, and you feel like a valuable member of the group. You know, no matter what you've experienced, nobody questions like how much you've experienced or whatever. Everybody feels a valuable member.
Because they've been through what I've been through, they don't judge me, they rather help me out, tell me what to do, show me, just sit there and have a chat, which I was so happy with.
I got everything I wanted from a real friendship and real support.
I just want to help other women on their journey and see a mum smile and spend happy time with the children. You know, it makes it all worthwhile.
It's just made me think there is people in the world who care,